Hello.
Squad. Okay. Millions of children across the world are in desperate need of a positive role model in their life and risk going down a negative trajectory if they aren't helped soon. There's been a proven method that has been in practice for thousands of years and one that most anyone could benefit from. That practice is mentoring. Youth mentoring is a viable option for turning the lives of these struggling children around, and I will tell you now how the field of youth mentoring can help bring change to these troubled youths. According to Mark Cohen from Vanderbilt University, the average cost to the government of a career criminal is about $1.5 million. A heavy drug user costs about $1 million, and a high school dropout about $400,000. All this goes to say that preventing children from going down a dark path not only saves the future of these youths, but also potentially saves millions of dollars per youth saved. That money is coming out of your taxes. These numbers show just how cost-effective the 4,500 mentoring programs around the U.S. can be, and the sheer number of programs shows just how big of an issue these at-risk youths really are. One of the largest of these programs, Big Brothers Big Sisters of America, reports having mentored over 2 million children in the past decade alone, and currently has 400,000 active mentoring matches. Many of these children would probably get along just fine without a mentoring intervention, but for those who don't, think of what they could go on to do. Drugs, violence, and sex crimes, and all the other issues that plague our society start somewhere, and we must address the root of this problem and do everything we can to prevent it. As you can see, this is an expensive, dangerous situation that needs to be fixed. Luckily, a solution exists, and it's been picking up traction all over the world. These kids have been lectured by their parents, they've been lectured by their teachers, and they've been lectured by their principals, and no one seems to be getting through to them. What would be getting through to these children, however, is a positive, consistent relationship with an older peer or adult. Someone in their life that genuinely is looking out for them and helping them stay on the right path or get back on it. Mentoring finds its roots in the Odyssey with the character Mentor who provides guidance to Telemachus. In the time since the story's origins, mentoring has proven itself both anecdotally and more recently scientifically as a means to improve the outlook for mentees in a number of areas. Youth mentoring exists in a variety of forms, although the two most common are community-based programs and school-based programs. Youth mentoring exists in the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of the Twin Cities states that the primary difference between these two types of programs is that community-based programs, the matched mentor and mentee, are free to do what they want out and about in the community and meet on a schedule that is convenient for the pair. These matches tend to be less structured than school-based and tend to have different goals. In school-based, the pair will meet on a set weekly schedule at the mentee's school, normally 30 minutes to an hour, once or twice a week. Many programs have the match meeting during the mentee's recess or lunch. During these meetings, the mentor's goal is to imbibe the mentee with the advice and life skills necessary for them to excel in their environment and overcome whatever obstacles they may be facing. This is done through activities and discussion in which the pair will assess the mentee's choices and the mentor will help guide the mentee to improve on them in the future or reinforce them when they behave in appropriate ways. As you can see, a relatively simple and smooth process is all it would take to make a world of difference in these kids' lives. Now I'm going to show you how some of the benefits that youth mentoring will bring when it starts to flourish. A study ran by Public-Private Ventures looking at the results of one program's mentoring matches showed promising findings. The study reported that children in the program were 46% less likely to begin illegal drug use, 27% less likely to begin drinking, 52% less likely to skip school, 37% less likely to skip class, and 33% less likely to hit someone when compared to children not in the program. According to a meta-analysis ran by David Dubois that examined the overall effectiveness of over 70 mentoring programs, the average effect size is about 0.21, which initially may seem rather small. But when you realize that this is the sort of, But when you realize that the average change is seen across thousands of children and adolescents, the effect begins to amplify in a sort of snowball effect. The individual results of the meta-analysis show improved functioning in the youth's attitudes, social and psychological health, a decrease in conduct problems, and an increase in academic performance. When you look at these findings, you see that youth mentoring is helping these mentees in areas that are essential for growing into a healthy, well-adjusted adult and not slipping down a dark path. Now that you see the wonderful benefits that can be brought on by youth mentoring, here's your call to action. The number of at-risk youth is growing and threatening us with an expensive, dangerous crisis. Through the further implementation of youth mentoring, we can hope to quell this problem and reap the benefits of a more productive and more positive-thinking American youth. Get involved, support your local programs, and if you want to be part of this field, apply at your local mentoring centers. Through our combined efforts, we can help these children find a positive role model and get them off their negative trajectories. Get out there, make a difference, volunteer, and spread the good word about the benefits of youth mentoring. Thank you.
Yay!